um so I'm gonna be giving you guys a quick breakdown of some of the trades I took. I took a trade on USD card, and all these trades I'm gonna be showing you guys here are trades that I did live analysis on. So I did a live analysis on this particular trade on TikTok, on my TikTok live, and someone asked me to do analysis on USD card, and someone also asked me to do an analysis on gold. So the person was kind of asking me for analysis on gold because I actually didn't want to do any analysis on gold, but the person kept persisting, and I decided to, just open my gold chart, and I saw that gold was doing this movement. As you can see that gold broke structure, it did a shift in structure here, and it broke structure again here. So this is an indication that price is currently trying to buy. So I I waited for price to retrace back to somewhere around this zone. I brought on my Fibonacci, and then price was um supposed to come to this zone here because this was my anticipation, and price actually pulled back to this zone, and this was where I entered this trade from around this other block here, and my stop loss was right below this swing low here, and I targeted this nearest draw of liquidity, which is the buy side liquidity. And overall, if you look closely here, you see that there's a fair value gap around this zone. So I expected price to come and fill up that imbalance there, and you can see that price did exactly the same thing. You see, after price got to this zone, price took out this zone, and price actually came to fill it up. And so this was a clean trade, and it was nice. I actually made some cool cash on this particular trade, and those people who were on my life at that time also took advantage of this setup, and it's a win-win. So let me show you guys my analysis on USD card. Okay, this exact one also was analyzed live on my TikTok, which is yesterday, and by yesterday, price was only at this side, so was around here, and then I I marked out this place as my POI. I'm not gonna go deep into that, and so you can see that price did a pullback, price tapped me in here, and this was around this was where I entered the trade from here, and then I set my stop loss at this high. um okay, and then my TP is right here. So this trade is currently active now. Currently I've broken even on this trade, I've broken even here, so I'm running risk free, and then I have taken partials of my profit, so I'm secured on this particular trade. You need to always learn how to take some money out. Don't be so greedy, don't leave money flying. Make sure the goal here is to make money, so whenever you see some amount of money, take some of them, so you don't go back empty handed, because anything can happen. So I'm actually anticipating for price to come all the way down here, to take out the sell side liquidity, and so that's what I'm anticipating on this particular trade, which is USD card. um okay, okay, on the USD JPY, I've been on this trade since last month. I've been milking USD JPY back to back, guys, back to back, as in so I have been milking USD JPY back to back, and if you can see closely, you can see my structure clearly. You'll see that I don't change my strategy. I follow all my trading rules and trading plans. I trade pure market structure, and you can see price did a shift in structure here. It did a break of structure. I wait for price to come back to this zone. Price mitigated this my order here. I targeted this high here as my take profit. Price go smash, retrace back. So this is what price did again here. Price it came back to this zone, and price did something here. Price came back also to this zone, took out this liquidity here, and price bought all the way up to this place. You can see that price smashed this buy side liquidity. Price did on that thing again, pull back, just following it bit by bit, just following price action. I mark out my levels down, I come back to it. I don't try to rush the market. Whenever you are not seeing it clearly, make sure that you exit. Just leave the chart, come back, and then you see what price is trying to say clearly. So if you're not seeing your pattern clearly, you are advised to stay off the chart, and come back, and you will see that price has done something, and you don't need to be anxious. Just relax. It's a game of patience. Once you are being able to control your emotions, you have solved 99% of your problem, and you need to start trading as a business. you know so currently I'm anticipating for price to shift structure here, then do a pullback, and I want price to drop all the way down to this zone. Then I'll be entering from around here. My stop loss will still be around this low, and then I'm targeting this high. First I'll target here, then I'll target here, then this is my overall target, which is this high here. So this way I want price to come here, and then overall from the higher time frame, let me show you guys that on a 4-hour time frame. I'm going to show you that I'm looking to sell. So this order block here, so I'm expecting price to come all the way up to that zone, and then I'll be selling from around here. Because if you see that on the higher time frame view, you'll see that price did a massive break of structure. So now all this range here, all this is internal structure, so I want price to come here, take out this liquidity here, tap me in, then I'll be selling. I'll be looking for confirmation to sell from around here. Now I'm targeting this overall low here. So that's just how it works, guys. You don't need to complicate anything. You don't need any indicator, just pure price action, and follow the rules. So this is how this is what I'm actually viewing on USD JPY. So if you have not subscribed yet, I'll advise you that you subscribe, especially if you are new in the trading space, because I'll be coming live every now and then, to do live analysis, so you can learn from my price action, you can learn from my analysis, and you can also use the link in this video to join my Telegram community. You can check the comment section. I'll be dropping the link, so you can join my free Telegram channel where I post signal on a daily basis. So you can join, and let's win together. So you can follow me on TikTok at OPEX007. You can follow us on Instagram, CentraFX, and so let me show you guys what is happening on CAD JPY. So all these are pairs that I have eyes on. I'm actually observing them gradually. Like I said, this is a game of patience. You just need to wait for the perfect timing. You don't have to rush the market. So I'm expecting. Let me see what's going on here. So clearly you can see that on the higher time frame we are currently trending downward, right? We are trending downward, and price did a shift in structure here. Boom. So you can see price shifted structure. Initially we are actually bullish. Here. See, price broke structure going up. So price was not exhausted, price was not able to push further to the upside. Price did a pullback, did a shift in structure around this zone, and after price did that, price will have to do a pullback. So everything that is happening inside this range is called internal structure. So everything that is happening inside here. So now our main focus is going to be from this high to this low, from this swing high to this swing low. So this, everything that is happening inside here is internal structure. So I want price to do a pullback to at least 50% of this entire movement before I look for my entry to sell downward. So where my POI, you can see that there's a fair value gap right here, you can see. So price is likely to come all the way to this zone, and so there are bunch of POI here that we can mark out. And then this is it's a trend line here, trend line liquidity. So price is likely to come and take out this liquidity here, and I'm expecting price to come all the way up to here, and then they will sell downward. So price might not get to all this zone, might not get to this zone, but when price gets to around here, which is the 50% of this entire movement, I'll be looking for confirmation entry on a lower time frame. So here is where the big deal is. You need to know, you need to be able to time the market well. So you can, if you want to learn sniper entry strategy, you can DM me. I'll be showing you how to do sniper entry from lower time frame, so you can minimize your risk and maximize your profits. So you can join my mentorship program if you're interested in doing that. And so now I have a view of what is going on the higher time frame. So I know where price is going to now. So I don't just trade on lower time frame. I need to use higher time frame to know my buyers, right guys? So I need to use the higher time frame to know my trading buyers. So what I will do is that I will now look for how to trade towards all this my POI that I marked now. So since I've already know what's happening on the higher time frame, so now I will now move to my lower time frame and look for how to trade towards my POI from the higher time frame. So this is basically how you do your top down analysis. It's as simple as this. You don't need to complicate anything. So now I am looking for how to buy towards that direction, which I've shown you guys on the higher time frame. So what I want to do is that I'm expecting price to come, at least come down a bit, then I'm looking for my sell. So this is my where I'm anticipating for price to come. I'm hoping for price to come down to here, or somewhere around here. But let's just see how this goes, and let me show you guys what's happening on Euro USD. I've been on this one since let me see, since on Friday. I've been on this trade since on Friday. This exact trade, I actually posted this. I did a live analysis on this particular trade on TikTok on Friday. Then this was where I marked out as my POI. So you can see that I'm targeting this buy side liquidity. So when price broke structure to the upside, simple price action, guys. I wait for price to retrace back to a premium zone, because I always like to buy at discount and sell at premium. So when price did a pullback to a discount zone, because I want to be buying cheap, I don't want to buy when it's expensive. So I wait for price to always do a pullback to at least a more discount zone before I look for my buy. And then if I want to sell, I wait for price to come to a more premium zone, so that I'll be selling when it's expensive, so I can make more profit. So it's as simple as that. So this is premium, this is discount. So when price broke structure to the upside, so I bought out my tools. So I wait for price to retrace back to a premium zone, and then there are some specific area where I marked out in my chart that I want price to react from in the premium zone. Like if you look closely at this side here, you'll see that. Let me try and zoom that so you can see clearly. If you are just joining, you are welcome to my live. I go live every now and then to do a live analysis on crypto, synthetic, and the Forex market. So you can share this video to your friends who you think might be interested in this particular analysis, and you can hit the bell and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, so you can be notified when I'm coming live. So you can see closely here, you can see that there's a fair value gap here. So I expected price to come down. So this was an inducement, and price took out this liquidity here. People that set their stop loss here, they got liquidated from here, and then price came out, fill up this imbalance, tap into my POI here, and we move all the way up to this zone. So I also marked out this zone here. You can see that there's a fair value gap there, and price came up to fill up that zone. So currently I've closed almost all my position on Euro USD. So what I'm doing now is that I leave only small percentage to run all the way up to this zone. So this is my original target here, which is this buy side liquidity here. So I left all most of small percentage of my this thing to run all the way up to this zone, and so I'm risk free currently. I'm on break even already on this trade. I'm on break even already, so anything that wants to happen, I'm cool with it. So that's just how to trade. You need to make sure that you are making some money. Always withdraw some of your money. Don't leave money in the market. Any money that you have not yet closed doesn't belong to you yet, it belongs to the market. So always make sure that you take something out of the market. The goal is to make money, not to just see the money and not make the money. Those of you that are trading, you know what I mean. So this is my analysis on Euro USD. You can see how it is simple, guys. You can see how simple my chart is. You can see that I don't mix up anything. I don't use too much indicator. Just simple price action, speculating price, marking my zones, waiting for price to come to my zones, and that's just how I trade here. If you want to learn my strategy, you can apply for my mentorship program. You can send me a DM. Check the link. Check the comment. You'll see a link, and you can use it to reach out directly to me. And so let's see what is happening on US 30. Last week US 30 wasn't really stable for me, and I think it's a bit still slow. So I did something. I marked out the zone, but I did not enter the trade because I wasn't really feeling the vibes it was giving me. So you can see this gap here. I marked out that gap there. I expected price to come down, to fill up the imbalance, at least half of it, and price did exactly that. Price did this candle structure here, and bought all the way up to this, and I think price is yet to take out this. Price will actually price is yet to take out the buy side liquidity. So once price takes out this guy here, I'll be expecting a sell from there. So let me see what is actually happening from the higher time frame, so I can know what is going on. I can see a bigger picture. Whoa, so we are at the brink of selling on US 30. So you can see on a daily time frame, price did something here. Price did a shift in structure here. So if you want me to analyze any chart and you're in the live, you can comment, then I'll be looking at your comments. Any chart that you want me to analyze, I'll be doing that, and I can do that in the next video. So on US 30, we are going to be focusing on sell very soon, because price has shifted structure and price broke structure again to the downside. So what we want to be looking for, sell currently. So where do we want to sell from? We need to know the perfect place to sell from. We cannot just sell like that, because if we sell from here, our stop loss is going to be very, very wide, and we can't afford to lose that kind of money. We can't afford to risk that kind of large stop loss. Imagine we are selling from here. I'm putting our stop loss here. We are targeting this first sell side liquidity. Imagine how wide our stop loss is going to be. Not everybody can afford this kind of stop loss, so that's why we need lower time frame confirmation. Lower time frame confirmation is very, very important, guys. Very, very important. You need to have a lower time frame confirmation. Don't let anybody deceive you. Once you have an edge of knowing a lower time frame confirmation, guys, you are not it will be difficult for you to blow up accounts, because you'll be risking low, and because nothing is 100% here. So no trade here, any trade you're entering is either you win or you lose. So what we can control here is our risk. We cannot control our win, we can only control our risk. So if you have a lower time frame confirmation, it will be you are going to be more profitable, because you'll be able to know the perfect time to enter the trade, and then you are going to see a confirmation on the lower time frame that will make you to buy or sell, and then your stop loss is going to be very, very minimal compared to if you are entering from an higher time frame view. So that is just the difference of having a lower time frame confirmation sniper entry, guys. So now what I'm going to be doing now, I now know my view, and where I now know what I want to do now on the higher time frame, right? So what I want to do now is that I will now look for how to either buy or sell to my zone above. So I can now buy to that level. I can look for how to buy to that level. Mind you, price is not going to just go to that level immediately. Price can choose to do that maybe if there's news, or there's any high impact news that can make price to move very, very fast, but we can't control how long price is going to take there. So price might still do a pullback again, and maybe next week or next 2 week price might get to there, and then I'm looking for how to sell from around this zone. From around this zone that I've marked out, I'm looking for how to sell from around all the zone. So it's as simple as that, guys. So just now what we are doing now is waiting game. We are going to be waiting for price to get to our PO high. So let me see what is happening on BTC USD. I was able to make the market on BTC USD. I think this is last week here. So currently I got liquidated around this zone. I dropped this analysis on my community, and price was supposed to come here, and trigger from here and sell. But price used, price can choose to do this thing anyhow. So what I want to do now is that I'm just looking for more confirmation that price is about to sell before I sell now. So first one was a warning shot. So I'm going to be more careful and patient to see what price is about to do. So that's just how it is on BTC USD. USD card. Okay, I've shown you guys this one before. USD card is currently doing well. Yeah, currently doing well. Let me see what is happening on SUI USDT. This is a crypto asset. So let me see. Okay, price came to 50% of here, and price okay. The price is this. Okay. So this is what price did. Actually, price reacted from this breaker block. So, like I said, this is a breaker block, and other block that was violated is called a breaker block. So any breaker block that gets violated is still valid, guys. It's still very much valid, especially if you are viewing it from a higher time frame. So you can see that this guy here came to violate this order block. Mind you, price did a break of structure here, right? Price did a break of structure here. Price was supposed to come all the way up. Price used this as liquidity. It was supposed to sell from here to continue the trend and sell downward, but instead price violated it and broke structure to the upside. Price did a pullback. It did a fake movement here, so it used this as internal range and liquidity. Price did it broke structure again. Now price came back to exactly this same breaker block and reacted from there. Now let me show you what price did again. Price now broke structure here again. So now it is confirmed that this asset is about to buy. So how do we get involved now? We'll switch to a lower time frame to look for how to get involved in this setup. So that's just how it is. So I'll wait for a pullback, and the price might give us opportunity to enter, or it might not give us. That's just how it is, guys. You can't change that. So we might get an opportunity to enter, or we can just watch price going. So so that should be all for tonight, guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, do well to subscribe and support the channel by sharing it to your friends, liking. Let's grow together, guys. You can also join my free community, and you can start using my signals for to grow your account. You can even see to pass your profit account, but make sure you do your proper analysis before you take any trade. Make sure you do your own research and you study the asset well. Make your own personal research before you take any trade. Nothing is 100% here. So see you guys next time. Bye for now.